Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's been so long. Honestly, it was unintentional. I think the last video I posted was in, I don't know, I think my daughter was like 6 months and she's going to be 4 in April. So it's been a couple of years. I think the last one was like 3 years ago, but here we are. I thought I would sit down and kind of tell you where we've been, what we've been up to, and what's coming up in 2024. So if this is your kind of content, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for coming back to watch us. It's 2024. We're on a grand adventure as a family. So we moved to Kenya. So we moved back to Africa, and I thought I'd share like why we moved back to Africa. I think there's a big misconception about what Africa is like, what Kenya's like, and people are like, why would you want to move to Africa? Why would you want to move to Kenya? But actually, it's really good. So I have like 4 main reasons why we moved, and then in another video I'll share what our journey's been like from when I made the decision to move to our first like we've been here for 2 weeks, so what our first 2 weeks are like. So some of the reasons why we moved: number one is family. So my mom lives in Kenya. We have my mom is one of 13 siblings, so you can imagine I have loads of uncles, loads of aunties, loads of cousins, and like my kids don't really know them. I haven't really grown up with them because I've lived in London for what, like, gosh, more than half my life, and this is an opportunity for us to kind of build those relationships. Like, I do travel to Kenya quite often. We come to Kenya at least once a year for the last couple of years, and I've been trying to build this relationship formulated. I have been in Kenya where I've stayed for a bit longer. I did my internship here in Nairobi at the United Nations. That was during my master's. Anyway, basically, so like Kenya's not like new unknown destination for us. Like, I know where, you know, I have family, I know Nairobi. I'm, you know, this I don't know like the back of my hands, and there's still things that I'm learning, and there's still sometimes when I have like a little bit of a culture shock. And this is such a wonderful opportunity for us to kind of reconnect, to build some new relationships, and just to have that sense of community and that sense of village that you have when you're in Kenya with an extended family. So I think there's sometimes an isolation crisis, especially if you're living in Europe, you're kind of on your own. I have been quite fortunate to have a very supportive group of friends and extended family who've helped us throughout the journeys. I wouldn't have been able to do what I've been able to do without them, and that's been quite a major thing for us. The other reason is I want to start with amenities. So I think there's a misconception about what Kenya is like, what Nairobi is like, but for us, where we are, we're not missing anything. Like, you know, Uber, Netflix, you know, all the mod cons, you know, we don't have issues with electricity like some other countries with like blackouts or, you know, rolling, I know, whatever. That's not really an issue for us, like in terms of power, in terms of the internet. So we're very well connected with our friends and family. We keep in touch through FaceTime and WhatsApp videos. So it's not like, we don't feel like we're missing out some huge thing. And that's been, I think that's made the transition and the move so much more easy and possible. Another reason, as I said, is like for me, my mom lives here, so I have a home to come to. You know, I know some people relocate and, you know, they're looking for an apartment or they're looking for a new school, and it's such a big financial commitment. It kind of puts you off and it can scare you and kind of put you back onto the next plane back to, you know, wherever, the West or Australia or wherever you're coming from. I think I have so much more of a safety net. Like, we're at the moment, I'm in my mom's house. It's so comfortable. We're really happy here. We have so much more space. We have a new member of the family. His name is Rover. He's a little puppy. I did promise my son that if we ever had the space, and I mean like big space, so our old house did have a garden, but I just never felt like it was enough space to kind of have like a rambunctious little dog. So we now have a puppy. He's amazing. I might insert a picture. So yeah, just like the comfort and the amenities, that's been a really big one. I think, as I said earlier on, is I was feeling some kind of burnout from just the fact that it felt like it was never ending. Like, I was working, the long commute, traffic, you know, just like never having, and I know this sounds so selfish and I'm really sorry, but as a default parent, even when you have a partner, even if you have a husband or somebody, because you end up never being able to make those decisions for yourself. And I kind of really struggled with that. I love my kids and they're amazing and they're the best thing that ever happened to me, but there is a sense of self that's kind of lost through that process. So yeah, so just like that comfort and just having that level of support, whether it's family, whether it's help, or we've been really, really fortunate to have additional help. The other thing is life balance. I just have such a better life balance when I'm here than when I'm back in London. I'm able to, you know, like, this is one of the reasons why I wasn't able to do YouTube. There was just, my life was really, I just didn't have the right life balance and the right and the time to be able to do this and to do it properly. I'm a bit, I don't know, I feel like I couldn't do YouTube to the standard that I wanted to, so I didn't do it at all. Same with like my Instagram or with TikTok. I just didn't have the time, and I felt like that would take away from time that I could be doing stuff with my kids, or it took away time that I could be doing other things. And yeah, that wasn't really an option for me. So, and also like, this is such a good opportunity to try out new things. Like, I'm halfway across the world. One of the things that we really want to do, we really want to travel when we're here. We want to experience, whether it's, you know, going down to the coast, going to Naivasha, Nakuru, Kisumu. I have never been to Kisumu, so I'm actually going to Kisumu in a little while. My cousin lives out there and we really want to go and spend some time with them, see the city. You know, my kids have never seen flamingos. We want to go see Lake Naivasha and just like experience Hell's Gate, and I think it'll be really good for them. Do some road trips. They've always wanted to do camping, and I really want to do a camping in a conservation area so they can actually be in the wild and like do a proper safari. Like, I've done Mboseli and Savo a couple of times, but I haven't done Masai Mara, so that's something that I would like to do. And I think the kids have done safari, but in Nairobi, just the national park drive, which is amazing. You know, I'm not dissing it, it's amazing, but it's not the same as like a big expansive national park, which I would like for them to experience. So yeah, we want to do trips to that. We love the coast. I love Zanzibar, so that's something else that I like to do while I'm here. And like, yeah, just loads of like travel and just experiencing, because they're so young, they get to have this amazing experience, this amazing opportunity to learn so much more about Africa, about Kenya. And I really want to take those opportunities as much as I can. I want to be able to give them an amazing experience, something that they can remember and they can look back on, and it can maybe shape some of their views about what Africa is like. And I think also I want them to have the opportunity to learn Swahili. I speak Swahili, I speak Kamba, I speak English. I know, honestly, I will tell you a story. So I was in a petrol station. I speak Kamba. My brother, talking to him in English, I have an accent, it is what it is. And some lady tried to like, she cussed me out in Kamba. She was like, oh, paraphrase something, and I was like, oh, her eyes look like a cat or something like that. She didn't think I would understand, because obviously, you know, the way I speak, she just took an assumption that I wouldn't understand. Not only the fact that maybe I would understand Swahili, but what are the chances that some random person with grey eyes, I had contact lenses on at the time, would be able to understand Kamba? And I was like, you know, so I replied to her back in Kamba and taught her a really good lesson. Do not assume. So yeah, I speak Kamba, I speak Swahili, I speak English, and I really want my kids to learn. So I think that's like the best way to learn a language is to be immersed. And my daughter's already, like, we've only been here 2 weeks, my daughter's already picked up a couple of words, so we'll see how that goes. And just like, well, you know, I have loads of plans while I'm here, and I really hope to, what's the word? I don't know, I have a lot of plans, and I'm hoping that I can kind of, you know, just like go with it, go with the flow, and hopefully it turns out to be something exciting, something amazing. It's an adventure, and hopefully somebody else will want to watch this and come along. But if not, that's fine, because this will be such a good record for me and the kids of like our time in Kenya. My daughter is 3, so for her, not everything will be as memorable when she's older, but she can look back on these videos and watch them and be like, oh my god, I got to experience that, I got to do that, I got to be immersed in different culture. I would say that there's a lot of misconceptions, so feel free to like send me some questions, see how that goes, and yeah, I will try and answer them as many as I can, and maybe I'll do a video about it. I I think the other thing about moving here is the season. Like, this was the right season. This was the timing. Like, there's a season for everything, and I needed to be here, and I'm so glad that I've made that decision. I'm not naive to think that everything's going to be perfect, everything's going to work out. I really understand that, you know, stuff can go wrong and go wrong really badly, but, you know, who knows? We'll see what comes up tomorrow, what happens. But if everything works out, and even if it doesn't, we'll still have lived this amazing adventure, and for that I'm going to be forever grateful. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully it's not too long and kind of gives you a flavor of why we moved to Kenya, why we moved back to Africa, and what we're planning to do over 2024. If you want to know the actual journey from making the decision to actually arriving here 2 weeks, I'm going to post another video about that, and I'll insert some clips and share some of like the move. And yeah, it was a lot, so I'll share that and probably insert some clips about what it's been like kind of preparing for this season and preparing for being here in Kenya. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, like, subscribe, share it, you know, tell everyone and then come and watch our next one next time. All right, thank you, bye.